Hello everyone, my name is Andreas and I'm the co-founder of ReqCon. Today I'll be presenting ReqCon and the great work that we have done together with ELSA. Let me start off by introducing you to the construction industry. A general contractor on average has a net margin of 3%. 80% of projects go over budget, and around half of the excessive cost or cost overruns stem from design errors. So errors that were made on very early in the project. Needless to say, there's massive challenges that also come with massive opportunities, because even a modest improvement can likely generate in a significant efficiency gain. So given that a lot of the errors stem from design errors, we at ReqCon focus on the tendering phase. To give you again some context, in general, a cost estimation team gets around 3 to 4 weeks to digest hundreds, if not thousands of pages to eventually lock in a price on a multi-million euro project that sets the entire project budget. What's more, the tender files are often filled with errors, omissions, vague specifications, etc. And at the end of the line, it's very often the general contractor that is liable to incorporate all these elements. Last but not least, it means that high-paid engineers don't spend their time on actual engineering value-added tasks, but are more searching around the tender files and trying to make sense of the massive set of information that is in there. So how do we as ReqCon come in? Well, we try to bring order to that chaos. We try to generate clear, actionable insights, points of information for cost estimation teams in order to help them improve making the bid and hoping to win the bid for them as well. So our process consists of 3 steps. Our customers upload a tender with a single click of a button. They get back a list of high-value issues, risks, and opportunities. And together with colleagues, they can define a strategy on how to resolve many of these points. Let me jump in a small demo to show you what that really looks like, if everything works well. So this is the dashboard for a specific tender, the landing page for our customers. And here you can see the types of errors or risks or opportunities that we identified. And if I click open one of them, let me take an obvious one. Conflicting requirements, so information that is conflicting, potentially also requiring clarifications for the general contractor. You see a list of conflicting requirements, and you can click them open, and what you get is more details on what exactly is the issue. In this case, we see there's conflicting requirements for some painting job. You get more information on what exactly might be the issue and why that's important. And then we try to make it as transparent as possible for our users to go to the original information, so as defined in the documents, and check for themselves if something indeed can be considered an issue. So there's 2 elements to this. On the one hand, you can click on one of these buttons representing the related documents for this insight. And what happens is straight away we open up the original document on the original page, as you can tell from number 7 here, so that user can independently verify that what we said is also the case, to have an additional confirmation, so we ensure that the human person using our tool is always in control. That's one element. And on the other hand, we also link each insight to an item. So a tender file generally consists of certain work packages or items that should be accounted for. If you click on that item, it takes you back to a page which represents all the information that is in the tender document on that specific item. Voilà, let me jump back in to the presentation as I was trying to explain. So what are the technologies that we used, and where did the support of ELSA come in? So firstly, we use large language models. Our LLMs have been trained on expert knowledge, trying to identify errors, risks, and opportunities that are also really deemed interesting for construction tender analysts. Secondly, as explained before, we put a lot of focus on AI transparency. Again, thanks for ELSA for the support to allow us to do so. We really want to ensure that every single AI-generated insight or AI-generated content can always be retraced back to the original input text. So in that sense, we ensure that human users are always in full control and no autonomy is given to the AI in any part of the process. And then last but not least, we use knowledge graphs to structure our information. Why is that interesting? Well, on the other hand, we have our tender document where we use a knowledge graph that represents the different items that are in this file. And on the other hand, we link it with a knowledge graph that is representing open standards for construction. And combining these two together allows us to build very powerful tools, and specifically also allows to give the AI more freedom to reason, but still within a certain boundary set, because it is restricted to that knowledge graphs in terms of accessible knowledge, basically. Voila, that's us. That's ReqCon and the work that we did with ELSA. So thanks again, ELSA, for the support that we have been given. And if you want to know more, do feel free to reach out and come and talk to us. Thanks a ton.